Welcome back to the channel. I'm Erin. I teach virtual assistants how to run thriving businesses, and part of running a thriving business is learning how to handle the most frequently asked tasks by clients. Popular demand is customer service. A lot of you guys have been asking for customer service practice tasks, so that is what we're doing today. Here's how the video works. I'm going to give you a prompt. You are actually going to do the task as though you're doing the task for a real client. You're going to pause the video while you do your homework, then you're going to come back and you're going to compare your answers with mine. So your prompt today is that you are a customer service email representative. You respond to people on behalf of your client. So you're a VA for an online clothing store, and you receive an email from a customer who is unhappy with their recent order because the item that they received is the wrong size. So how would you handle this task? I know I'm not giving you a lot to go on, but neither is a real client. This is really how clients handle these things. They give you a task and then you may be like, I don't know what to say. So that's why we're practicing today. Pause the video now, come up with an email as the customer service rep where you're acknowledging their concern and offering a solution. So pause this, do the task, spend no more than 5 minutes, please. I'm not trying to take up all your time today. Then come back and compare your answers with mine. All right, so this is going to be a pretty easy solution. The main thing I wanted to do was go through a couple to-dos, 5 of the best tips you can use as a customer service representative. So be sure to take a screenshot of these 5 tips, and then I have an email crafted for you guys. We can go through that together. So first thing you want to do, if you're a VA for a company and you're doing any sort of customer service, the first thing you want to do is find out if your client even has a return policy. Client return policies vary from client to client. Might be 7 days, might be 30 days. Maybe they don't have a return at all. That'll also differ between physical products and digital products. So you always want to be checking in with them. Next, you always want to make sure that they see if they already have a template that they like to use. Some companies like to have email templates so that everything is pretty standardized and uniform. If you're working with a small company, or perhaps it's a one-person company, and they're like, well, you're on your own, I hired you to make this up, then here are my 5 best tips for you. And the thing is, keep in mind how you react when something goes wrong on your end. Like, how do you feel when you've gotten a wrong order size? Are you angry? Are you frustrated? Are you disappointed? And then ask yourself, what do you like when customer service reps get back to you? Personally, I hate when I call like AT&T, for example, or any phone company, for example. If there's a problem, the customer service has always been trained to be like, we value you, we're so sorry. I'm like, I know you're groveling because your company makes you, and I hate that. It makes me more angry. Now, tips for you. I guess my number 1 tip would be to remember what it's like to be the customer, and then go from there. So tip number 1, you do always want to acknowledge the problem, and you can apologize. I'm not saying grovel and bend over backwards. I'm saying it is okay to acknowledge to the person that you guys made a mistake, or there was some sort of mistake in the order, and to be like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so annoying. Second, take ownership of it. You definitely don't ever want to be like, well, you know, the post office was backed up, or like, hey, bud, you ordered this shirt on Christmas. It's your own fault. So you always want to just say, we're sorry, whatever happened, and here's how we're going to fix it. Speaking of, you always want to then offer solutions. So this is where you would also talk to your client about what kind of solutions they offer. You don't ever want to be the person who offers solutions that aren't real, because then your client has to abide by them. I'm thinking specifically of the Air Canada incident recently, where they had an AI chatbot offer a fake policy that didn't exist, and then the airlines had to adhere to it. So check with your clients first before you offer solutions randomly. Tip number 4, be efficient. You always want to answer customer service emails quickly. Again, think of yourself as the customer who's been wronged. If I have had something get messed up, I've waited for 5 to 7 days before somebody acknowledged my email. And I was pretty irate by that point and not willing to give that company another chance. So if you are a VA handling these emails, try to come up with some sort of system. And then, of course, we always want to be friendly and professional throughout the entire email. We don't want to use slang. We don't want to be belittling. I can't even say that word, belittling. So here's an example of an email where you just start off with, "Dear customer, So sorry to hear you received the wrong size. We want to reiterate the order number. Understand how frustrating this can be. Get you the correct size as soon as possible. Here are two options to choose from. The reason that I like this is because it's short and sweet. Here's your solution. It's one sentence. We want to get you the correct size as soon as possible. And then we're using bullet points and we're bolding. So keep in mind that people skim emails. So you want to bullet point and bold the most important information. In this case, you're telling them they can either get a replacement or a full refund. So then it just goes into details. This will come from your client about, if they have a return policy, they'll have prepaid labels. And then, you want to end it with, we value your business. If you have any further questions or require further assistance, don't hesitate to reply. If you're the only customer email rep, then you will want to get rid of that. You don't ever want to give your personal phone number out because you'll get angry phone calls from people at all times of the night. And then we do a sign off. So simple email. And I did want to reiterate that you can and should nowadays be using tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, which used to be Bard. You can also use Copy AI, which is another great one, and ChatSonic. These are 4 free, awesome AI tools that will help you if you type in a couple details, like make me a template for customer service emails for wrong orders, or make me a template for customer service emails for orders that are lost in the mail. So you can come up with a couple different variations and then share with your client. Again, you don't ever want to be creating things that your client has not signed off on, because at the end of the day, it's their company, it's their policy. You're here to simply help facilitate these returns and either good emails or bad emails, not necessarily create the return policies. Hopefully that was a helpful video. I love doing these practice tasks for you guys. I have an entire playlist on my YouTube channel about popular tasks and how to do them. So if you're looking for some additional training as a VA, be sure to check out the whole playlist. And if you're looking for more training on how to start and run your business, don't forget to check out my website, erinbooth.com. I have an unbelievable program that I developed for new VAs like you who are looking to take their business to the next level. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on next week's video.